Get ready to buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. It's another episode of the Voicemail Dump Truck. That's right. It's Thursday. It's February. It's the 22nd. It's 2024. It's my father's birthday, everybody. Happy birthday to Sweet Lou. That's right. Welcome to the Voicemail Dump Truck. This prestigious broadcast features a trio of experts in dumping, might I say so myself. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show, Dan Reichert.
Hello.
How are you?
I've never been better.
That's great. You're standing, you look healthy, and apparently you've slimmed down a little bit.
Have I?
I don't know. I see you all the time. It's tough to tell. Jan Ochoa, how are you, bud?
I have been better.
That's right. I'm glad you're feeling better. You were under the weather, but you look great, you smell great, and more importantly, you shaved. Ladies and gentlemen, special guest today, Botchamania's own Matthew. Thank you so much for joining the Voicemail Dump Truck. How are you?
I was doing all right until I saw the state of you three people, and you all look magnificent. Dan Reichert looks like a steam sale because he's got 33% off. Meanwhile, I look like a homeless person that's just wandered in and hasn't got the sense to leave. But no,
you
I'm
got
fantastic.
a great mustache.
Thank
Look
you.
at the mustache. It's
You look very
Thank
cozy.
You disgustingly handsome human beings for having me on your show.
Don't sell your mustache short is what we're trying to say, Matthew.
Oh, thank you, pal. I appreciate that. Well, we are covering Annette, featuring the music of the musical artist Sparks.
You're right, and I guess we should just get right into it.
I made everyone watch it, and they did.
I don't know what the fuck just happened. Okay, last week, Matthew, are you caught up in like this weirdness that was going on? Did Dan clue you in on like what was happening here?
Dan said, "I don't want to tell you anything because we're better that way. But if you watch it, Annette, it'll be really helpful."
Yeah, what a weird thing to just slide in as a postscript.
It is my favorite movie to just thrust upon people now.
Yeah.
And because like no one's heard of it, and then I just say, hey, watch it and don't look up anything.
There's a reason no one's heard of it, Dan. There's a reason.
But it starts and it's not like some like shitty thing that like no, it's like, oh, this is Adam Driver. This is this is like a real movie.
We went through the exact
all
same
that
thing.
happens.
we went through the exact same thing of watching this film last night. And look, if you are somehow precious about Annette spoilers, let me spoil that for you. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't
this
fucking
podcast. Don't listen to it. Go watch it and come back.
Like just I don't know. We're helping you out because you shouldn't watch this movie.
Stopped. Loads of truckers just pulled up on the I-85 to go, "Ah, no."
They're watching on their phones.
I'm not sure you can spoil this movie, which is okay. So Dan says, "Oh well, no one's talking about it. Because nobody cares about this movie."
I wouldn't say that.
They would rather
that's not true.
move
Bacalar,
on.
listen. The reason it was even on my radar is I remember years ago seeing posts about like, oh, this movie Annette starring Adam Driver received a 7-minute standing ovation at some like I don't know if it's Sundance or Cannes or something, and it's like Adam Driver literally just like standing up. He's like, holy shit, they will not stop clapping. He, like lights a cigarette. Like it's 7-minute standing ovation at like a fancy film festival. I was like, oh god, what is this weird thing?
Nitrous was let loose in that room. That's all I can say.
Set we could get a standing ovation at a film festival.
If you're there,
yes, you're
if
right.
the actor's an actor, they do that for any film. Baby Geniuses 2 received a 10-minute ovation. The babies were there. They wouldn't stop crying.
No one's right. You said, but there is something to the idea of nobody talking about this movie. Like, it doesn't register on anyone's radar.
Bacalar, would you say it's a hidden gem?
No, it's a hidden pile of shit.
No, so here's the thing. For the record, the first time Bianca and I went in blind and watched it, and we both were like, this is the worst fucking movie we've ever seen. We fucking hated it. We kept looking at each other on the couch and be like, what the fuck is
everyone
this?
Goes to
how is there an hour and a half left of this? Oh my God, it's getting weirder.
Who let them do this? Who gave them money?
Hated
right,
it.
Yeah.
And then it just couldn't get out of my brain. And then I kept like making people watch it just to see how they would react to it. And then I've watched it several times on Twitch with people. And as I watched it more, I'm like, hang on, is this awesome?
No. You're having like
oh, Matthew's nodding.
Okay, I want to hear what you have to say, Matthew. Absolutely. But you're getting like Stockholm syndrome with this movie is what's happening. You're just like, wait a minute. they're singing songs with 4 words in the song, and that's good enough for me. And
Dan's
that's
getting hot right now, guys.
I'm not
that's
that drunk.
somehow-
I'm not that drunk. I'm a good father.
and that's somehow
I have good taste.
important.
I have good taste.
Like, if this, even the most charitable of assessments of this film could not find a redeeming factor. Like, there's how I look. I don't want to go over the top with this, right? But like, it is so fundamentally bad. Like,
What do you mean
like,
fundamentally bad?
It is
Yeah,
baffling,
what do you mean?
and it just seems to go on and on and on and on. It overstays its welcome by like 45 minutes.
But Jeff, wouldn't you say that's very brave of this movie? You know?
It's
such a bold
brave
statement.
thing. The only brave thing is Adam Driver reading this and deciding to show up for work the first day.
Look,
that's brave.
You said it overstays its welcome for 45 minutes. If it got out 45 minutes earlier, you wouldn't have that puppet baby performing at the Hyper Bowl.
Okay. There's just so much.
Are you
to talk
saying
about.
that they applauded for so long because the film was over?
Yes, they were happy. This was applause of
The door
relief.
opened.
Matthew, I do want to get your take, bud. So have at it.
I love you described it like a young wee J Malstein song. It goes on forever or something. But like, well, first of all, the lovely Dan, who I think I was in his mind, not deliberately, but because I decided I need something to relax with. And Death Stranding turns out is not the thing to relax with. Every mission where you walk around, listening to the indie music, you have to climb up an effing mountain. And you're like, I don't like this game anymore. So I thought I'd calm down and relax with Punch Out. You know, that relaxing game.
Yeah. Historically, yeah.
So I'm saying, I know somebody who's got the speedrun record for that. It was kind of cool. So I said, screw Mr. Sandman, all this stuff there. So I think he thought, you know who would like Annette? if he's a sucker for punishment, he's going to love this film. But I had a quick look on Wikipedia just to see, you know, as you do. I'm a normal human being. And I was like, no. Do not read from the book like that dude from The Mummy. The less you know, the more you're going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And the thing that got me, and I'm going to be interested to hear your guys' takes, because obviously you're not from this part of the world. As I said beforehand, because I'm rocking the dash. The music of Sparks, not music of Sparks, music by Sparks, I should say. Sparks have been going around for decades, and they're a big deal over here. Even if they're a big cult deal, if that makes sense. You know,
I never heard of them over here.
Yeah, me
really?
neither.
There's no like mass translation with them.
We have Bubba
This town ain't big enough
Sparks.
for the both of us.
What's that?
This town ain't big enough for the both of us.
No,
I
I
don't
don't
ring
think
a
it.
bell.
Yeah.
We got
Oh, I
ABBA
had no
over
idea
here.
that, no, like, didn't swap over. Oh God.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't think Sparks ever made it over here.
Sparks not registering on the radar for
No.
better or worse. I mean, I don't find Sparks to be the problem with the movie either, really. But yeah,
I was gonna say you could tell, even though obviously I weren't appreciated by you guys, but you could tell that they had a hand in the music because it fit their ways of doing incredibly catchy songs. I watched this film in 2 halves, and after the first half, I'm walking around with like, all right, I need to get that earworm out my head to make room for the other earworms. You know, can we start? You know, that it's very Sparks-ish. So I liked it just on that level, even if the story wasn't all there. Which, okay, in fairness, it wasn't, because it's a power opera musical thing. You're not there for the bloody massive plot, are you? It's not
I'm there for the puppet
Not
kid.
Zhivago.
yeah. The thing I guess I couldn't get over was like, just, you know, I understand, you know, obviously I did the deep dive after the fact because I was so like offended and appalled that I had to like reconcile. I had to like get back on the straight and narrow and just sort of like right myself so that I could go to bed last night. And I'm like, oh, people are describing this as like a rock opera and all these things. And I'm just like, okay, I don't understand like how you're supposed to understand the characters in this film. Like,
one of them's a dad who's he's Henry McHenry, the ape of God. He's a stand-up comedian. Which, hey, that set was incredible, wasn't it?
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know, like all of a sudden he's like, oh yeah, he's drunk all the time because he said it once, and now that's true. And you can't undo that, and that's why. And like again, I shouldn't be looking for the things that I'm looking for right now at the film, because that's not what this film is, and I understand that. I found it one of the most deeply uncomfortable things to just watch. Like I had that movie is so hard to watch. I could not like I kept seeing how much time was left because I couldn't believe that this was happening to me. I felt like I was I felt like I was the punchline in some sort of like gotcha joke. And I'm, like that's what it felt like watching this movie. And I really cannot believe it was able to get the cast that it was able to get.
It's a movie that happens to you. Yes. Matthew, were you aware of the puppet baby situation before it made its appearance?
No, I was not aware, but I knew from previous film. I want to say American Sniper, but a film like that had some people mocking. Wait, it's going.
I know what you're talking about. Was that did Sparks do American Sniper?
I don't know the director. I don't know anybody who snipes in America, but they had issues because in one scene, the guy's like, "I love you, honey, bottom," whatever Americans say to their spouses. "I love you, blossom."
You got it.
Yeah, that's what I said.
My baby, and he's doing this, and people are keen to point out because what's that he's got? It's like that's not a real baby. It was just a little plastic doll.
Sure.
Baby. And people very quick to point out like, what's this? And the director, whoever it was, said, it is a fake. Obviously doll that doesn't move the entire time. This guy's having to kiss plastic. I love you, honey butter, and all this other stuff that Americans do. Because apparently it's a bitch if you want to have a kid that young for a role.
It's a logistical nightmare, yeah.
Right. I don't know to think about that, but that instantly, as soon as this little puppet thing arrived, I went, "Oh, they're doing that because of that law, right? Is this because of American Sniper?"
Oh no! American Sniper one was a working fake baby. This is a shoot worker. Shoot. This is a shoot in the kayfabe of Annette. This is a shoot baby.
You lost me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Right?
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah, it does make sense.
Like that's the thing. It's just like everything's just so baffling, And I just think like I just had a hard time really like. Even attempting to find the thing to enjoy. I think at one point I was like, oh, okay. Like maybe we're about to like say something. Maybe we're about to like
they're going to sing something.
Or at least like a moment will be shared, some sort of like real, narrative.
The metaphor of the prison. The first time you saw her as his real daughter.
Yeah, the real like narrative thing that's going to get communicated. As a
prison backlar.
Yeah. And I just couldn't. I just spit at the screen. I'm sorry, man. We should play. Dan, you asked my wife Stacy, to give you a reaction voicemail. So maybe it's best if we play that and everyone can.
Yes,
that.
Please.
Hi, dumb truckers. I was asked by Dan to watch Annette and want to give you my thoughts. Well, first, it was a movie. We watched a movie. Pretty sure it was definitely a movie. There were songs, lots of songs. Is this a song? Yes, this is a song. I thought I liked where it was going, but then it just kept going and going and going. I don't want to spoil the director's Midnight Oil, but I've been boiled by Dan's snake oil. What? I just rhymed oil with oil. And that is my review of Annette. P.S. Dan sucks. Go Team Dib.
Oh!
Ooh. Wow.
Shots fired.
Matthew Dib is Backlar's dummy little kid.
And they're feuding.
Yeah. He's really he sucks as a person. He's an actual. He's a shoot kid. Yeah, he's a shoot kid.
He gets his strings off tomorrow. It's gonna be sick.
All right, so let's 0 to 10 rating. But let's go around the horn. I'm gonna give it a solid. I'll give it an 8.5. Jan?
Fuck you. It's not an 8.5 for you.
8.5.
I think I would give it an 8.5 the first time I viewed it, which was just listening to Dan, Jeff Grubb, and Mike Minotti watch it. What?
Wait.
What?
I'm sorry. What score, Jan?
An 8.5. Because
it's a good score. It's a good score.
Think about how strong a movie has to be to elicit a reaction out of 3 grown men.
Yes.
Right? And then
Who've seen it all.
Who've seen it all. And then you just hear the sound bleeding through like their microphones. And then you go and watch it yourself. And then it's an 8.
All right. Yeah. I respect that.
Matthew.
All right. Matthew.
I was going to give it a 7 out of 10, but then I'm looking through my notes and I'm reminded Adam Driver starts off his appearance by stubbing out a banana like a cigarette in an ashtray. So I'm giving it a 7.5 That was my bacon's on the wall in the bath scene in Gummo for me. That really I'm remembering that.
Gummo.
Forget the songs, but I remember that. I've had nothing banana. 7.5. And just also the enjoyment of someone recommending you a film that you would. I'm with you though. I'm never would have looked at this film twice, once even, half a time. If you hadn't recommended me it. I'm a driver and he sings. Yeah, I'm all right. You've already lost me at that point. But yeah, such a catchy thing. So I'm interested. You didn't like the songs at all?
I just didn't think they were songs.
What about that? They love each other so much?
Yeah, do we?
Like it's asking me is like, did I enjoy the toilet paper at the bus station? I don't understand.
It serves a purpose, just like all of these songs.
Okay, if I'm just trying to speak like impartially, no, I did not find the songs to be that good. Were they earwormy in the worst possible way? Maybe. But that's the most. That's the only thing I'll say that's not, biting criticism. What's that?
Are you going to remember this movie?
Okay, so if you want to factor this part into the score, sure. It's insane. It's insane that it got made. It's insane that people read the script and were like, I'm in. It's insane that like anyone gave this thing money. And this movie was definitely not cheap. Like. There was some money spent on this thing. I mean, they seem to not have any real, limitation on what they were doing. I mean, it wasn't $100 million, but it was certainly not nothing. I just can't believe it's real. I can't believe it's real. So for that, I think I will give it a 4. Because am I glad I saw it? Sure. I'm happy I saw it. I'm happy I would not have even known about it if you didn't talk about it. I think we should also not maybe do this to people.
I don't know.
I don't think we should be doing this to people.
I'll translate it to the wrestling folks here. He's saying it's Brock Goldberg at WrestleMania 20. It's big stars, a big expensive stage. Not good. A lot of people don't like it, but you remember it and people talk about it. How about that?
Hey, I get it.
Yeah.
That
works.
doesn't
that analogy works.
Like that doesn't mean it's necessarily like
but
good.
You do know the names Goldberg and Brock Lesnar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think it's good that it exists. I think it should convince anyone with a dream to try and follow it through. Like, I think it should give ammunition. I think it should give everyone all the confidence in the world that if Annette exists, your fucking thing could potentially exist as well. So that's important.
Maybe
so headline reads, Annette inspires Jeff Baclar. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the takeaway.
All you got to do is present your script to Adam Driver. He'll say yes.
Has Adam Driver done interviews about it?
I'm sure. Probably, right?
Sure.
I need to hear him.
He went, what?
He's like, what's Annette? What's Annette?
He never watches his own stuff, so he hasn't seen it.
He's like, wait a minute. I was drugged for 7 months in 2020 and don't remember doing anything. So maybe that's what Annette is.
They put the music on and he gets it rewoken like the Manchurian Candidate.
Exactly. An activated Adam Driver lights a cigarette, puts on a bathrobe, and starts swinging a microphone around his head.
Looking at
the radio host who's interviewing him to death. Throws him out an old boat.
Looking at Adam Driver's IMDb, Annette is sandwiched between The Last Duel and Star Wars Episode 9. It's like that's like a murderer's row of movies.
And somewhere 65 exists and all that as well, right? Isn't that the dinosaur fighting movie?
Oh, right.
Oh, that's amazing also.
Oh, Christ.
Well, thank you all for being game for that. I love adding to this list of people I have thrust that movie upon. And
it's almost your movie now. It's almost like you own it. You know?
I'll make the sequel, yeah.
You know, Dan, they already did a film about someone who passed on an evil film to people.
What's that?
Negative thoughts. They call it The Ring.
Who, what's her face, does look like for half the movie.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Imagine you watching The Ring and the little puppet child comes out.
Dude, that just cracked me up. Like, there's something like almost like being John Malkovichian about it, too, in a weird way. Like, totally. It was like
Is it the puppets?
And Dave, it's the puppets, and it's like no, but also like, I guess just like that movement, right, of that marionette weird movement that is just so.
What was that word you just said? Baclar?
Marionette.
Say it again.
Yeah, I get it. Okay. I get it.
I don't know. I
Annette.
thought they would have been like another layer off the onion for you or something.
No,
Yeah,
no. That's just putting your name on the test, man. That's all that is.
So you didn't feel anything when he's in prison at the very end and he's
No.
got a big love bite on his face for some reason, and then little daughter puppet shows up, does the hello Stingray, and then she comes in and then he looks at her and she's not a puppet anymore. It's actually a real
I
person.
thought that girl was excellent. I thought she did a great job. I thought
Yeah.
that was like that was powerful. But
All right.
I
Jeff
felt
Backlar
next
says
to
Annette is
nothing.
powerful.
I felt next to
Put that bit out in the
Inspiring.
trailer. Yeah.
Yeah, Cliff had there are a lot of ellipses surrounding that, but sure. Go
Oh,
to
that 4 out
town.
of 5 review you just gave it.
Oh, is that a 10? I was told this was 10.
Yeah, we can work with this.
No, you heard wrong.
Oh, fuck. Well, if you couldn't tell, folks, this is a call-in show. 707 Exit Flu is our phone number. We're joined today by Botchamania's own Matthew. Can you tell us about
So please bring up
Botchamania?
musical theater.
Yeah. Tell us about
Watch
Botchamania.
wrestling.
I want to know I want to know about
Botchamania.
this. Yeah.
Sorry to talk all over your thing. That was horrible there. I do
No.
apologize. I thank you very much for that. Thank you very much for having me again. Botchamania is a video series where, you know, those good bits of wrestling, you know, those bits that make you go, wow, this is so good. This is why I'm a fan. I'm so glad I just haven't grown out of this hobby, which is intended for children. None of those things are in Botchamania. It's okay. It's all the bad bits, all the times where they go, the big fat dude fell over, and then Muggins here plays Donkey Kong 64 music over it. And I go online and people call me a genius. I'm like, I don't know, like
I instantly
much
when I
that
first saw
and what's going
Botchamania
on.
like a decade ago, I was like, I need to meet this guy. I feel like we'd have some things in common.
So this is
Drugs.
again, again, because I'm an expert in wrestling, as everyone has known and we've declared and proved at the beginning of the show. This is the parts where, like in ECW, when people used to chant "You fucked up, you fucked
Any
up."
Sabu match, basically.
No, is he regarded as like a klutz? Like, is he?
He's tripped a lot.
Sadly,
He tried to do a lot with that chair, you know.
yeah, it's a shame, really, because I think I'm partly to blame for that. And I'm like, oh, that wasn't the intention. When I first started doing Botchamania, it was just me and like 10 insomniacs on 420 Chan watching this, caring about this. It's only because the dog had woke them up. So then I was like, all right, it's just a cool sect where all the people are as knowledgeable and cool about wrestling as me. And obviously that's not the case because it's just grown and grown. So I'm like, oh. So I did Botchamania episodes dedicated to Sabu, thinking people like, people know he's a legend and he's a pioneer and he's an innovator and he's this and he's that and he's everything else. I got a shout out in Sabu's book.
Oh shit!
I'm like, oh no. And it's just like having to go with people who think that he botched all the time. But he used to like me. He used to say positive things, and I think it comes and goes because I think he gets booked, and then people come up to him after the show to smoke weed with him, and like, "Hey, have you seen this?" And I think he's just sick of people asking him about it. Honestly, at this point, so now Sabu says that, "Oh yeah, those times when I botched, I called the botch," and you're like,
Yeah, it's like calling a bank shot. Like, what are we doing?
I meant to do that. You're like, Sabu, you get a few, all right, but like, nah, come on, man.
Oh,
Anyway, I still love him though. I'll let him hit me with a chair for all time's sake.
What episode
probably
of
missed.
Botchamania are we on now?
489 goes up tomorrow.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
Lovely.
Hell yeah.
Very cool. Do yourself a favor, check out Botchamania, and then leave us a voicemail next week when we could talk about how this show has turned me into an absolute zombie person with what I had to experience last night. I just got to say, guys, I didn't think I was going to go to bed.
I just got a Discord message from Backlar at like 11 o'clock saying, fuck you, Dan. And that was it.
It fucked me up, man. It really fucked me up. And I felt like
Did
you
someone
did
ring up
this
and
to
play
me.
some of the songs from the film via the phone?
I don't know if that'll help.
Oh, I think it will.
I would rather listen to our callers sing. Let's be honest.
What if they sing their own covers of the Annette songs?
No. Jan. Walk that back.
Okay.
I guess I didn't like the fact that like you did this to me. Like you almost came to my house and you like hit me in the knees with a baseball bat is what you sort of did.
It's revenge for me lending you all those copies of MacGruber and you never watching it.
That's okay. Fair enough. We're even now.
Mm-hmm.
707 Exit Flu is our voicemail telephone number. I'm just reading something in chat. Annette is a 76% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Critically acclaimed.
Hell yeah.
You should
Critically
look it up
acclaimed.
on Letterboxd. It's glowing.
I think this is one of the things that we're all just like in on the joke on.
Mm.
Is what it seems like. I'm just gonna chalk it up to that. That's the phone number. Leave us a voicemail. We're gonna get into it right now with our special guest, Matthew, choosing the first voicemail. Do you see the list at all?
I
Matthew,
don't think we got him the link. Let's do that.
Matthew,
All right.
if you go to the this Discord window and hover over the right, there should be a show chat button. There should be a screenshot of a bunch
Joe
of
chat.
yes.
Oh, there we go. Oh,
There
I
you
see it. Ooh.
So you can choose from that list.
I'm overthinking it. I'm really sorry.
Yeah, take your time. Make a meal.
Oh,
out of it.
because I'm here, I'll go with wrestling lingo.
Hell yeah.
Lingo.
Hi. I have a real problem with the use of for shoot and work. Not because I mind the wrestling lingo. I really don't care. But it doesn't make any sense. Shoot is real, right? And work is fake. Isn't
Yes.
a shoot implies a camera? It's fake. You're acting. Like, and work is usually real for most people. I mean, I guess these are wrestlers, but this makes no sense. That's the only reason why this needs to fucking end.
No, on this very show, we got permission from Jeff Jarrett to use this as much as we want. So we do have permission from the Ultimate Worker, Double J. So yeah, I think shoot comes from Matthew. Is it straight shooter, straight shooting? Is that where it comes from, as far as you know?
You know what? I actually don't know where the term knows. I just know that it's always been known as a shoot.
Yeah, and
I guess
work
'cause
is
if
like
if a gun fired,
That's
it
real.
could hurt you.
Yeah, that's real.
Therefore, that's horribly bait. I pretend I didn't say that.
I think straight shooter sounds right. I think that makes sense.
But also work is like, if this came from workers, wrestlers, like if you're working, like, you know, if you're acting like you're hurt, you know, oh, you're working. No, it's a work injury, you know? It's like, no, I'm working him. Like, I'm working somebody. Like, and shoot, I can tell if somebody's not a wrestling person because their head goes to the movie thing, the movie shoot. And like that, I think that's just a whole different connotation there. So like that's just take that out of your head. I think think of it as coming from the wrestling industry. So if you're working someone, you're working, you know?
What would you use instead of worked or shoot if you're
Oh, that's a good question.
wrestling lingo?
Kayfabe.
You use another term for something else?
I only know wrestle speak now.
It's really
Eric
the
taught
only
you
way
well.
he can talk. It is actually insane. You'll be ordering dinner and you'll be like, "Is that shoot lettuce?" Like,
What would working lettuce
Shoot
be?
lettuce.
Yeah. What's working lettuce?
Like leaves.
yeah, just like kale.
Leaves are a shoot.
No,
But like
be
you wouldn't
it's-
eat leaves for a salad.
Yeah, it could be cabbage. It could be kale.
I would
it could
think
be...
I would think working lettuce would be like the Fisher Price, like the little kids fake like
Sure.
burgers, like
Yeah.
a plastic thing. That's
You're
working
such
lettuce.
an ass.
Like a gummy burger, right?
Yeah, that's working lettuce.
I
Yeah.
fucking hate you, man.
A bit of paper that just says kale written on it. Like,
Yeah.
this is not a shoot kale.
Organic
what about-
lettuce. Is that shoot lettuce, Bacalar?
That's the most shoot.
Yeah.
That is the shootiest of lettuce for
Yeah.
sure. Where'd jobber come from?
We need to
Jobber
come.
is like doing the job, like doing the
Yeah.
honors. Like, yeah. Your
okay.
jobber is someone who does the job, you know, like, yeah.
It's just a job. I'm gonna take one.
And that's where the term jabroni came from. It was just kind of a play off jobber, like, you know, Iron Sheik used to be like, oh, he's a jabroni. Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Two things I wish I didn't know. I wish I didn't know that, and the entire story of the Iron Claw.
If my head was a pie chart, I feel like a large portion of that pie is this shit.
Yeah. I just okay. Anyway, keep those voicemails coming. Dan, choose the next one.
Let's go with a couple of cold beers.
Gimme a gin after midnight. Hey, Dumpers. Just calling in after listening to some ABBA. Had a couple beers. And honestly, I don't see how anyone could say ABBA, at least like their first 5 major songs, aren't absolute bangers. Probably the only person that would say that they weren't would be the New Jersey Fun Leech, also known as JF. So I'm just wondering what singer or music group it just slaps every time after a couple cold beers. One nice glass of wine. Maybe a half a bottle of gin. Who knows how you feel?
Hall and Oates. I think Hall and Oates
Okay.
will just always slap. I think you could just like put on any of their singles after you've had a couple, and you're just like, you know what? Private Eyes does slap. Like, what's there to get mad at?
Okay.
I think with the drinking association, I feel like the quintessential bar band for me is Skynyrd, probably. You know, any Skynyrd song comes on in a bar, I'm like, yeah, all right. Yeah, I'm in the mood to be drinking to this right now.
Okay. Matthew, you got one?
I'd say Faith No More.
Ooh.
From the Angel period, or
Yeah.
because it gets you in that some of these songs seem to, if you're vibrating along with the music, it seems to hit harder. After half a bottle of gin, you're damn right, you're vibrating like a broken pile driver.
Yeah, I think that's a good call, man. Faith No, when did you start? Like, when did you get into Faith No More? Because I had like a Faith No More like 1992 sort of thing. Does that sound right?
Yeah, I got into Angel Dust first, and then King for a Lifetime. That's not right. King for a Lifetime.
King for a
Beg your
Day.
pardon. There you go. Well, you know, sometimes be king for a lifetime if you use cheat codes. So I got into that then. So I got into them after they split up. So I was very annoyed that they split up after I got a chance to see them, and then they reunited, and it felt so good. Download, a big music festival here in the UK.
Right on.
I got to see them. I was buzzing. I was so happy, and all my mates, I'm like, come quick, let's see Faith No More. And they're like, it's gonna sit here, have a couple of beers, and listen to the music playing in the field a mile away because we can't be bothered. I'm like, you paid like 3 digits to sit in the field and listen to the music like in the distance? Like, all right, fine.
The music video for Epic is like burned into my retinas. There's something about it.
When I was
You know?
18, I was a PA on a movie starring Mike Patton.
Ooh.
Really?
Yeah, I was like running cable and stuff. It was Mike Patton, Dennis Hopper. No, I think Dennis Hopper had to back out. Karen Black. It was a movie called Firecracker that was shot in Kansas. And for part of my like film college stuff or whatever, I went there to like run cables and lights and stuff like that. So yeah, I met Mike Patton. No real story there. Just met the guy.
Lovely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you seen the film?
I don't think I did. No.
You're just like Adam Driver.
What? Wait, what? Why
Yeah,
did
I
you
didn't
not
like do
see
a lot
the
of
movie?
work on it. I don't think I'm in the credits or anything.
You
on the
should
set.
be. You should be.
I held some stuff.
Damn.
Those are important people, Dan.
Yeah,
I know,
man.
I know.
Don't write them off. They're
Yeah.
our gaffers and our grips, man.
Of course.
Jan, you got one of these?
After the halftime show at the Super Bowl, I would definitely say Usher, because every single song that man was sweating to, my partner
was
and I knew
sweating.
all the words, and like suddenly we also knew the choreography, and we were spinning around and like gyrating at an appropriate distance from each other, unlike Usher and Alicia Keys. That's a married woman, Usher. Come on.
Yeah, but I was okay with that. They seem to both be enjoying themselves, right? Like, I think like that was a mutual, like, hey, we're both very attractive and cool. Like, we can do this, you know?
Like Adam Driver?
He's performing it. He's the Hyper Bowl, not the Super Bowl.
Oh, sorry.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I was in love with Adam Driver's hair in that movie. That was about it. I just thought that his hair ruled in Annette.
Sound like coming around to it.
Yeah, it's totally a 4.1 now, let me tell you.
The more we talk
Going
about,
up.
the higher the rating goes.
Yeah, dude. Oh my God, I love that Usher song. There's something about it. It just brings
It's because
me
of
to,
Will
like,
I Am, isn't it?
I don't know if it's that. It just brings me directly back to 2010 or so, and I don't know. I'm okay with that.
His Las Vegas residency is basically if you turn Final Fantasy, any of them, into a boss fight at a strip club.
Oh, that's kind of sick.
Whoa, okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's kind of sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm into that. Good lighting there, I bet. All right, folks, we're moving along. Jan Ochoa, you have the honors.
Cup of black coffee. Oops.
Hey, Dumpers. I like coffee, but I don't like too much sugar in my coffee. So every morning, I got a cup of black coffee, and then I chew extra spearmint gum while I'm drinking the coffee. It has to be black. Don't do it with milk. It'll give it just a little bit of sweetness without being too sweet. It also gives it a refreshing minty flavor. Right, that's it.
That's
It was the Annette of voicemails right there.
That's so gross and weird.
I'm pulling into Twin Peaks now. I'll talk to you later.
What happened? What was that?
That's so weird. Like the idea of minty gum while drinking any kind of coffee is so revolting to me.
Well, he specifically says it has to be black coffee, right? So you get rid of all the milk.
Worse, I think.
No,
Yeah.
it's definitely not worse. I think it's better than like a light coffee that's been like mixed with a lot of milk. That'd be.
I mean, like mint chocolate's good.
Right.
Is he onto something here?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you're right about that. But like, I don't.
I could
I'm not
probably
happy
do
about
this right now. I could probably orchestrate this.
Yeah, I don't know. Something about it's not working in my brain, and I feel like mint coffee, right?
I'm still new to the coffee world, so like I'm definitely not an expert. I still don't even know how to order my own. I had to have like Grub do it when we're traveling.
We know.
Do you make your own at home?
Yeah, I got it. It's just a button you press, so like I can do that. Yeah.
Oh, you got the pods or?
It's a pod thing.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well-
but even that kind of freaks me out because like some of them are bigger, and so like I don't know what cup will like overflow, and which ones are just like, oh, this is like a super thing, or which one's like, oh, this is espresso, so it's this much liquid. So it's anywhere between here and here. So I feel like I want to get like a quart to put under there just to cover all my bases. But most of the time, I'm doing all right with it. I do have it every morning, and I know how to prepare it, so I'm getting better.
Good lad. We're proud of you.
Yeah, I am proud of you. You're right, Matthew. You got the right attitude with Dan. I could learn a lot from you.
So I don't have
I
gum.
encourage people, man. Speaking of which,
I don't have gum, but I have icy mint mouthwash that I feel I could give the
That
same
sounds worse.
effect.
No, you're supposed to spit mouthwash out.
No,
Don't
of
put it
course.
in
I'm going to spit this out and then drink the coffee. I'm not insane.
I love that you always have like hot coffee ready to go at a moment's
Of course
notice.
I do.
no,
I'm
guys. Of
insane.
course, I'm not going to drink them.
Okay,
Do a lot of swishing. Do a lot of swishing.
He just
Really
swished,
get in there. Get between the
he's
teeth.
swishing it, and now he's gonna. Oh, this is gonna.
Yep.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, now he's gonna. Oh,
Your
Scout
dog's
is
trying to
not
shape you.
happy with this. This is Scout's intuition going into effect. Okay.
The dog knows this is bad.
All right, now Jen's taking a sip of coffee.
No, owner.
He spit out the mouthwash first.
That's not bad.
Really?
That's not bad.
Get out of here. Get
Compared to
out of
what?
here.
Well,
Kick
like
in the
if you're looking for like I don't know, like a hint of sweetness to your coffee, and you're conscious of sugar, it's not the worst way to do that, I guess.
No.
Is mint sweet inherently?
I think it's certainly associated with that. I don't know if there's any like natural sugar in mint. I don't know.
So does this work?
I
Is this
wouldn't
smart?
No, let's not go that far.
If it was a thing, you'd see it everywhere. Like we have done coffee up and down, left and right, every which way. This would have been a thing by now.
Oh, okay. Y'all know espresso machines, right? Like, you pull the shot and it also steams milk. A new movement amongst like weird coffee people, not myself included. Scout, please. We're
I love
on
your
the
dog
internet.
didn't say anything this entire time, and as soon as I saw you drinking mouthwash, and
Yep.
No,
coffee,
don't.
nah.
Dad, don't.
Dog's like, I need to call 911.
People are steaming eggs now with their espresso machines.
Danny, listen.
I'm hearing the words.
Wait, how are they doing this?
So, an espresso machine will have a steam wand to steam your milk.
Sure.
They'll just get a cup of eggs and
put
steam
it in
away.
there.
A cup of eggs?
Yeah, they'll beat the eggs and then
Yeah.
steam.
It's like the Korean barbecue result, essentially.
So is it like,
right?
can you eat? Is it a solid at this point?
It's probably fluffy.
Yeah,
right?
it's fluffy. It's like scrambled adjacent.
So it's not goopy. It's like a thing you could eat with a
No,
fork.
it's cooked. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know how. Yeah.
It
Yeah,
seems like one of
no.
these rubbish how to save money but still eat like a king guides, you see.
Yeah, if you've got an
Never flip
espresso
on.
machine, you're probably doing okay, though.
Yeah, this entire conversation is like one of these articles your mum posts on Facebook.
The guy in the video had that same energy.
Yeah.
He's like, this, like, moms on Facebook are my peak audience.
There you go.
Yeah.
Was it a TikTok thing though?
Oh, of course it was a TikTok
Of course,
thing.
it was a
Everything's a
TikTok
TikTok thing.
Yeah. Well, between making mustard gas, you can at least have your minty coffee. So
Yeah, in between that, right? Oh shit. All right. Well, I'm gonna keep my coffee the way I like it, with loads of almond milk. Sorry, Jan.
good lad.
Sorry, Jan.
It's okay.
Sorry, Jan.
It's okay.
Are you non-lactose by choice or because of flavor?
I think milk has a lot of sugar in it, and I don't like sugar when I don't need it. So
Does almond milk have sugar?
No.
Oh, wow, that's
some do.
cool.
I mean, you'll get the proper ones.
Yeah.
Some have loads of sweeteners and stuff. But
Yeah.
no, I'm
I
lactose intolerant, and so to switch to
There you go. Right.
oat milk or almond or some other brands, I guess. Yeah, I've been so much happier.
Yeah.
Yeah,
good
I
stuff.
think especially
cows.
cereal. Yeah, fuck cows is right. But cereal, would a cereal, you're an almond milk person for cereal too?
Oh hell yeah, it's great with that.
It's good.
Usually you get your fruit and fiber.
Yeah.
Yep, had it this morning.
Yeah. What cereal do you
Wonderful.
have?
Peanut butter puffins. Do you have that in England?
Jesus Christ.
It's not as like
Try and
petulant.
reduce my sugar content with my peanut butter muffins.
No,
Are
but I
those
don't think
sugary?
it's well, no, I think the puffin cereal it's not like Lucky Charms. I'm sure there's
Oh,
Does
okay.
peanut butter have sugar? I
yeah,
don't know
a
if it's
little
made
bit.
with, I don't know if it's like
A little
shoot
bit.
peanut butter or not. Okay.
It has a little bit of sugar in it. But I also don't think it's like Reese's Puff cereal either.
Ooh,
Oh, that's what I was imagining. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's good
it's
stuff.
somewhere in between all that bullshit.
Yeah, I think it's healthy, probably.
Whatever you need to tell yourself, Dan.
Yeah.
Tell yourself that. Tell yourself Annette's a good movie. Whatever you need to hear. All right, my turn. I want to talk about. Was there shrimp? Is shrimp gone?
No, shrimp is still there on the list. Eat
Okay,
the
eat
most
I don't
the
see
most
shrimp.
shrimp. Yeah. let's do
Eat the
shrimp.
most shrimp. Okay.
Yeah.
Yo, this whole shrimp thing reminded me that when I was in my Bachelor's of Education program, side note, pay teachers more, a bunch of us went to Red Lobster and had a competition where we tried to see how many of us could eat the most shrimp with the winner getting their bill paid for, and I won. But in reality, we all lost. It was bad. Don't do that. It's not a good thing. Anyway, love you all. Bye.
Did he say it was all you can eat?
Mm-hmm.
Who could eat the most? I think so.
But I mean, do they have like an unlimited like shrimp gimmick there?
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that.
Red Lobster
Yeah,
has an unlimited
wow.
shrimp deal. Yeah.
I mean, you go
Wow.
to like a Vegas buffet. You could feasibly eat as many shrimp as you possibly would want.
Specifically at Red Lobster, you can order how you want your shrimp prepared. So if you want it
Right.
deep fried or
Oh.
like grilled or whatever,
Yeah,
if you want to
get
switch it up
scampied.
per order,
I would do that. I would go like scampi, and then scampi. And what about? Can you order it cocktail style? No, none of that
Probably
shit's.
not.
None of that shit's like that. Yeah.
I got a gift card recently that was, typically for what do you call it? Fucking Cheesecake Factory.
Mhm.
But I didn't realize it's also good for Red Lobster and Cracker Barrel. So I don't know if they're like a conglomerate, if it's
They
like
must
a
be.
Yum Brands at this point,
Sure.
for the same company. And that's a weird three companies, right? Cheesecake Factory, Red Lobster, and Cracker Barrel. Like they don't seem like they would be associated, right?
what, Cheesecake Factory and Red Lobster, maybe.
Yeah. I don't think it's it's not crazy. Why would that be crazy? I think you're spreading around your portfolio pretty well with all kinds of people.
Yeah. They had a
Right?
Cracker Barrel match in AEW once.
It's true.
Yes, they did.
They
Yeah.
did what? What did
A
they
Cracker
do?
Barrel match at an early AEW
What
pay-per-view.
does that mean? Like,
They had barrels around the ring with logos on them, and people fell through the barrels.
That's
oh,
it.
like a product placement kind of thing.
It was
Totally.
really smart, and it was like early on in AEW, and I was like, I could get on board with this. They should do more shit like this. And then they did the Yakuza street fight, so just keep doing it. And the Texas Chainsaw Massacre thing, like they got some good gimmick promotional things, but started with the Cracker Barrel.
Matthew, I feel bad. You need some context with shrimp. We've been talking about like eating a lot of shrimp, and is that weird? And then like Red Lobster Cheddar Bay biscuits came into the conversation, and we were just sort of like going off about like which is more obscene to consume and stuff like that. So I think you're all caught up now. Are you have a take on shrimp at all, or you're indifferent?
All I'm thinking is, oh God, I shut my eyes and it's like being back in America, like MagFest or WrestleMania, because you're like, why would we want to go to America? Oh, the eating stuff
Yeah?
like this.
For
Do Red
real?
Lobster have an unlimited shrimp option? I'm like, oh, there you go. There you go. It's not that bad, is it?
I did meet Matthew in Orlando for WrestleMania once. What did you eat while you were in Orlando?
What did we do in Orlando? Where did
We were
meet?
at a bar in Orlando.
Thank you. That unlocked the memory. Yes.
Yeah.
Almost yes, that's
And we
right.
argued about Mario Sunshine, I think.
Yes, the person who we were with, who was now persona non grata, we'll call him Annette, was there, and he was like, "I'm a huge nerd. I'm this and this," and then, yes, it's all coming back now.
Yeah.
Such a lovely time. And then someone had to say, obviously, Super Mario Sunshine's better than Super Mario 64. And either me and you or me and persona non grata looked at each other like, oh.
Oh, wait, so I was
heard it.
alone in this argument?
Oh, it was you.
No.
Wait, what are your opinions on Mario Sunshine?
I think you should go back to eating shrimp. No, I like Super Mario. I like Super Mario Sunshine, but
Okay.
Super Mario 64 is just one of those games.
It's not better. I was playing Mario 64 today. Mario 64 is better. If I have ever insinuated in the past that Sunshine's better than 64, I'll go back on it now. 64 is much better.
I've been waiting 7 years for you to say that.
Everyone's just like, yeah, of course.
I'll admit when I'm wrong.
You will not actually.
No, I'm pretty good at it.
In fact, the opposite is more true, I think.
No. I'll be stubborn for, 7 to 10 years, but then I'll come around.
All
Dan,
right.
what are some other things that you stay steadfast in your resolve over?
Terminator. I used to say on this website that I think at one point I said Terminator 3 was better than Terminator 1. And I went back and I watched them all, and I was completely wrong about that. Terminator 1 is fan-fucking-tastic, and definitely, like, I don't hate 3. 3's got some fun action scenes, but, like, Terminator 1 is a masterpiece compared to 3. So, I'm totally backtrack on that.
So, like, the important stuff, Matthew, like the real... the real meaningful discourse is what he's walking
Death Stranding?
Yeah,
like
that was
I
a
said,
big
like
one.
the stuff that matters. Yeah, for sure.
What's your opinion on that, Dan?
I hated it first time I played it, and I came back to it like a year later with that director's cut, and I kind of like took my time with it and didn't try to rush through it like it did the first time around. And I was like, oh, okay, I see what's going on here. So I appreciate it now. It's not Metal Gear level, but I like it a lot.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You've grown. Growth is important.
Oh yeah.
Now, let's say nice things to Dan so he knows this. Good job, Dan.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, suck it all up. Suck it in. Suck it in, buddy.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
I went to chat for the next voicemail, and chat chose Zootopia.
It's midnight. I'm stoned. I'm watching Bill dance fishing outdoors.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, if we were in like a society where animals like went around and had society, like modern society, like walked on hind legs, Zootopia, what jobs would animals have?
Oh,
like without just ripping them out of Zootopia, because I haven't seen that movie. What jobs would each animal have? What guess? Would maybe a rhino would be like security? I don't know. Anyway, what do you think about this?
I don't know. I don't know why my head went straight to this, but I feel like dogs would drive Ubers.
Oh, no, I don't think that's crazy. Yeah,
I don't know why, but like
Greyhounds.
Greyhounds. That
there
would
you
make
go.
sense.
There you
Bravo.
go.
Yeah.
There it is. Score one.
Yeah.
What a crushingly depressing indictment of capitalism, when the first thing you thought of if animals could walk is what we could make them do for work.
Yeah. How are we going to put them to work and grind them into dollars and cents?
Do they wear pants?
Oh, I'm not worried about that.
No,
Depends
will
what
they
job
wear?
it is.
Yeah, will they wear pants?
They
Serving
should.
shrimp
I don't think
at
they're
Red
getting
Lobster,
hired
I
if they
prefer
don't.
it. Yeah, my put
Yeah.
food.
Okay.
Like in
Yeah, yeah.
sneakers too, then I guess, right? Like the whole
I mean,
thing.
for the interview, you should have a suit and tie. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I don't know. I do think like the rodents, like the cool rodents, like all the like
Mickey
you know,
Mouse?
like like the squirrels and shit, and like those people, you know. Hey, they're people now, okay?
Yeah, that's true.
I think they're doing a lot of like, I don't know, I just see them as like crosswalk people for some reason.
They'd be so little though. There'd be so
you're
many
right.
accidents.
Yeah, you're right. And they're tiny little stop signs. No one's gonna see that shit. You're right. I take it back.
I feel like maybe chimpanzees would be really good electricians fixing like power lines because they
Plumbers
can
and stuff. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
maybe
They can hold
sloths.
tools. They have opposable thumbs and
Yeah.
stuff, so they could like be plumbers and stuff.
Yeah.
They could do a lot. They could be the Supreme Court in Alabama, I think.
I
They
could see ducks being like grocery stockers for like that bottom row of cereals that's in bags, because I think they could carry it in their beaks and they could reach the bottom aisle thing.
I
Shelf.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Two words: dog soldiers.
Oh.
Put
They already
guns in
have
these
those, I
dogs'
think.
paws right now.
You can walk. Great. Pick up this gun.
Think about they're so obedient and trained. Like, yeah.
Could they be?
Hey, boy,
could,
chill.
what if they were like awesome chefs because they have that really good sense of smell?
I don't think what dogs find appetizing, we find appetizing.
Yeah,
But with that nose,
Yeah.
well, I think with that nose, I think they would be able to like access a different level of like taste profiles than like our dumb human noses.
Dad's like, it's about time food tastes like balls. You know?
It's on the cover of the package. Tastes just like Mama's balls.
You're right. It was very brave. I don't know. What animal has the most refined palate?
Rats because of that
Dogs.
movie.
Oh, sure. And they are the best chefs.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
Ah.
That's science. That's what science will teach you.
Would raccoons just be good like garbage men? Garbage
Yeah,
raccoons?
because they're into it and it doesn't bother them at all.
Yeah,
Okay.
like they are totally like they would love that job. Actually, it would
Yeah.
take them forever.
Oh,
my
would
God.
storks be very good like delivery men?
Yes, 100%. Instead of drones and stuff. Yeah.
Oh,
Sure.
hell yeah.
I trust a stork over a drone.
I think eagles would be good like high school sports referees because they could see all the angles and they have good eyes and stuff.
I can definitely see an eagle with a whistle around its neck.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and a little, the
Yo.
striped shirt. Yeah.
Certainly.
Chameleon doing VAR because it's got those eyes that can go two ways.
Yep.
Hell
That'd
yeah,
be very
yeah.
good. Yeah. Chickens would be the best camera operators because have you ever seen like its head stay still?
No, that
as you
isn't
move
that
a
the
chicken?
owl?
Oh, it's like
Isn't
a
that
gimbal.
the-
It's
yeah,
like
steady cam.
gimbals.
Yeah, it's a steady cam.
Oh, so you
Yeah.
just hold the chicken and then the chicken is holding like the camera and
That's
it's on its head.
Saved a fortune on steady cams.
Mm,
I like this. It's time to
Yeah.
put these animals to work,
okay. Good.
right?
I'm glad the
we figured
movement
something.
starts now.
Thank you, stoned caller. You solved all of the world's problems.
You didn't need to point out you were high, by the way. We knew.
Yeah, we knew. I love that. He's like, hey, let me just preface this real quick at the top.
I would never think of this sober.
This is where this is coming from. All right, we're going to wrap back around. Matthew, it's your turn. The next voicemail, please.
Ooh, Greek tragedy, please.
Ding, ding, ding,
Quebec.
ding, ding. Matthew picked the only Annette voicemail.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so my wife and I just got done watching Annette, and holy crap, maybe about 20 minutes into it, we actually saw and realized that this is actually a Greek tragedy that is involving Janus, Victory, Kronos, and Gaia. And we were able to see so many different mechanisms that they use in a Greek tragedy, especially at the very end when Annette comes down, kind of like a Deus Ex Machina, literally coming down from the sky and solving all the problems. Holy crap, this was a really, really genius musical. Hats off to the authors, but it's a freaking Greek tragedy.
Thank you, caller.
Love you guys.
Wow. Seems like everyone loves this movie.
I'm just so deeply not okay with that. I
assume he's right. He sounded smart. He said a bunch of stuff that sounded well read.
Yeah. And Dan, you call things from Greek, right? Greece. You know what Greece is? A musical.
That's a
Connect
really
the
good point.
dots.
That is a
Connect
really
the
good
dots.
point.
That's
Yes,
the next is
yes.
grass fish. Absolutely. Dude, okay. Just because something is like a Shakespearean or something is Grecian or whatever does not make it good, though. Right? We're all in agreement like
Are you
that's
saying Shakespeare sucks?
What
No,
would
but
you
I'm-
say about Romeo and Juliet?
I'm just saying that just because something is a new version of a thing doesn't make it as good as the original thing.
I don't think anyone's saying that.
Yes, but I feel like the quorum here received that criticism, or at least that analysis of Annette, and like said, "Oh, that's good. Like this guy was smart. This is, you know what I mean?"
Backlar, I feel like you're flailing in the face of Letterboxd, Rotten Tomatoes, 7-minute standing ovations at film festivals, the majority of this podcast, the people in the chat, this caller. Look, it's okay to, you don't have to like
take
everything.
The standing 8 count.
Yeah.
Look, I think I'm gonna stay put in my position here. I think I'm trying.
Give it time. Marinate on it.
Yeah, this is not gonna be my Death Stranding. Okay, I can promise you that.
But
no way is there a 180 happening in my future.
Okay,
because I'm never watching it again.
Jeff, set a reminder for yourself 7 months from now. Okay, and then we'll just touch base again.
Dude, I cannot I was thinking about it when the credits rolled last night. I was like, I turned to Stacey and I'm like, I don't think I could watch that again for like $1,000. Like, I don't think I could do it.
We did a thing with my dad where I made him watch it on Twitch, and he was offered $200 to watch it again immediately there. And to this day, he tells me how much he regrets not doing it. He was just so tired and angry
really
after
wanted that
but he is the
$200.
world's cheapest man.
Yeah.
And he was in the face of $200 to sit on his ass and drink beer and watch a movie. He still regrets that he didn't take that.
I mean, it's the one thing I align with Paul Reichert on. I could not do that.
Bacalar, what if for Extra Life, it is an Extra Life donation incentive for you to stop what you're doing and watch a net?
Yeah. Do you hate charity?
The children.
Yeah, sometimes I do. If it's inconvenient and terrible for me, I do.
Okay, at least you're honest about it.
There has to be a number. There has to be a number, though, if we hit for Extra Life next year.
Charity should not be received via the suffering of a person, right?
Yes, like Jeff Grubb had to play Red Dead Redemption 2. I had to play The Quiet Man to completion. You can watch a net.
I've eaten those spicy chips for charity that killed a bunch of kids. I put my life on the line.
Nobody should suffer for charity.
We're helping children that are.
It's a good cause, Jeff. Jeez.
I'm not saying that the cause is not worthy. I'm saying it shouldn't come at the cost of someone else's. Like that to me is not cool.
Seems very selfish. Jeez.
And maybe I do hate charity a little bit. All right, maybe. read what you want out of that. I don't know. No, I do. I like charity. Come on. I'm a pro charity guy, right?
Yeah.
I gotta pivot out of this one. Dan Reichert, it's your fucking turn, you asshole.
Let's do today's market.
My insurance might change soon, so out of curiosity, I asked how much the urologist would charge out of pocket. So in case you guys want to know, vasectomy costs $805 in today's market.
It's not bad.
That's not
So,
bad.
that's something I never knew, and I should how much does that cost? About $1,000. $243 for the consult. That's not bad. Not bad.
With no
do I want to do
insurance?
This? I don't know why I'm on. Why am I calling? Why is it? How do I come to? No one's forcing me. Why?
Wait, are you saying that? Thank you, caller. I guess.
I mean, I think just financially, I think it makes it like Bacalar. Dib is what, 8?
Where are you going with this, bud?
Have you spent more than $805 on him?
Of course.
All right,
What are you
so if somebody
talking about?
didn't want to have a kid,
How much do you think it costs for a child to be born in this godforsaken fucking ridiculous country?
well, I don't know without insurance, but I know about a vasectomy now. And that's if you don't want to have a kid, $805, like it's not chump change, but like if that is cheaper than kid cost, then I say go to town.
Okay. We can't even scrape the surface of this, of what you're, I think, saying. Number one. Number two, first of all, the fact that it's $800 out of pocket to me, just, again, we're so brain broken to just assume that like the healthcare needs of our people is like out of pocket money. So that's the first thing you got to say, because that's a fucking circus country, right? Second of all, the fact that you can't weigh the two things of like parenthood, or is it cheaper to just get snipped? Like, why is that the only two things? That's not the scale of all things. What do you mean?
But what if you don't have $805, but you also don't want kids?
Oh, if you don't want kids and you've made that decision, then like, yeah, get a vasectomy. I don't know what to tell you. Like, sure. You know?
Yeah, and then like if you don't have $805, there's like cheaper ways to
I thought you
not
were
have
weighing
kids.
like I'm on the fence about this whole kids thing.
No.
I take it back then. I thought you were saying you were
just saying
weighing
it
that.
sounds like it would be expensive to get a vasectomy out of pocket, but worth it in the long run. It's better than having a kid and spending more than $805.
I don't agree with how you got there, but okay.
It sounds like sperm insurance the way you're selling it.
Yeah.
Can you afford not to have the vasectomy from
Right.
Geico?
It's true. You should do this preemptively. Yeah. Man.
Right. My dad said he had a vasectomy, but he also said, and I wasn't sure if it was a joke or not, that after the vasectomy, my mom had my brother, and I'm like, and then he had to have it done again.
Yeah.
And I've never really checked with him if he was joking or not. He's trying to say he just had that much spunk in him that he had to have it done twice or something. 'Cause that's the type of shite he'd say, and I never actually confirmed with him.
I do
I worried he'd
believe.
give me this look like going, "What did you just say?" I go, "I didn't make that up. You told me."
I do believe they're not 100%.
Show of
That was
hands.
my brother, so you know.
There you go. Right.
Show of
that
hands.
then?
How many people on this podcast have heard my father's vasectomy story?
I think I
good.
have.
I have.
Backlar's just doing it to not hear it again.
No, this
I
has to
have.
do with the parking garage.
Yes, it does. For the benefit
Yeah.
of Matthew, it's not a long story. My father got a vasectomy after having 3 children.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if they go into the ball sack for that or just ball sack adjacent, but they stitch up in the ball region.
It's invasive.
Yeah, and they tell you, hey, don't do this or that or, whatever, activity, sports, whatever, for a certain amount of time. So while my dad has the ball stitches in, he goes to work, a week later or something like that, and he parks in the parking garage, and there's like a waist-high concrete divider that he would need to walk pretty far to go back around to get to the elevator or whatever, and he decides, I'll just hop it, and then he hopped it, and then when his feet left the ground, you can guess what happened.
Let's just say he got another vasectomy.
They
So your
all
dad just
just
wandered into a Leslie Nielsen film.
Man.
Is he okay? Oh.
I mean, probably not.
Yeah.
It probably
doesn't seem
sucked real bad.
Yeah, that seems terrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
I mean, he didn't he just had to go get stitched up again, but probably did not feel good.
Oh, I remember
9
I was
months
speaking to
later?
your dad the other day, and he said it still was as bad as watching Annette.
9 months later, Dan was born. That's fucked up. It's fucked up. Man, how far was the walk? Was it like legit ridiculous, or was it just like 20 feet?
Oh, I wasn't there, but I mean, knowing him, it could have been like a 10-foot thing, and he's like,
Sure,
that seems
okay,
like a whole to do. Yeah.
That's what I
Now,
want to
okay,
hear.
Dan, do you know if this was part of Paul's routine to jump over this? So, like, he might have just like kicked into muscle memory.
It could that could have been it.
sure.
I could see that. I could see him doing that. I mean, he was like probably like 5 years younger than I am now at the time, so he's probably a little more mobile. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have those thoughts as you get older? When you go today, I was bringing up like 3 bags of shopping, and I'm there like, the floor's slippy as I'm going up the steps because it's obviously wet and muddy around here. So I'm going up, and I'm like, I don't need to put 1 bag down so I can hold the rail. I'll be all right. I have these thoughts now, like, no, you're not a kid anymore. Put 1 bag down, hold the guardrail.
Yeah.
All it takes is 1 Jeff Hardy bump, and then that's it.
Yeah, no, that's completely valid. I absolutely have those thoughts a lot now.
Yes, definitely way more. Especially if I'm like carrying anything kind of heavy upstairs or whatever, and it's like I'm gonna set this down and wait till I have someone over to help me with this.
Yeah, like my brain always goes to like these steps should be lit better, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
you're just sort of like, I don't want to take a chance with that.
You hit the
That's all.
pause, don't you? Like, oh, this might be my last thought.
Oh shit! Jesus, you're
You get half a second before you hit the floor, like, oh well. I should have listened to myself.
Oh God, it's depressing.
Oh, sorry, guys.
It's fun getting older, isn't it?
Oh, it's great. Yeah.
All right, Jen, choose your last voicemail here.
Spreading the good word.
Hey, dumpers. Sorry, it's kind of windy. This is first. I'm calling you from rehab. Trying to get control of my life.
but that's beside the point. I've been wearing my giant bomb hat the entire time, and I've gotten more questions about it than I ever have outside. So I just want to let you know I'm out here spreading the good word of giant bomb to the world and to other addicts, I guess. Anyway, hope you all have a great day.
Proud of you, caller.
Yeah.
Respect.
Absolutely. Taking care of yourself. That's good shit. Love to hear it.
Good on everyone in there.
Yeah.
Link them the store.
Yeah, just if you want to sell some merch. We'll
Classic
get you-
Jan.
Always be closing,
Always
baby.
be closing.
Can get you an affiliate code, and if you want to pass that along, it's quite all right too. But get better, you know.
Yes.
It's nice. They're nice hats.
Yeah, like right. I love it. I love the fearlessness of Jan.
What if someone is genuinely interested after hearing about Giant Bomb? Oh, wow, that sounds like a cool website. I'd love to support.
Yeah.
Plus, if you go there,
100%.
he's wearing the hat in case, someone goes, oh, man, I'm a addict too. And you're like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's fair. It's fair.
Yeah.
Totally fair. All right. Thank you, caller. And again, doing good work there. Good job. I'm going to pick We Ain't Doing It.
Hey, Dumpers, Colin from Bel Air, Maryland calling. You ever have an idea that's so amazing that the world was too much of a coward to follow through with it? I remember years ago, me and a work buddy had an idea that we actually wrote like a V8 for a kimchi-flavored V8 drink. They got back to us saying, great idea, guys. We ain't doing it. And that's just been haunting me for years since. Anyway, love you guys. Bye.
So, thank you, caller. So, am I understanding this correctly? It's like, how many times have you heard a thing like that? Or like...
Where you have had a good idea.
Yeah, if it was you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just not received well. Despite being a good idea.
Right. It's just funny, like, hearing that from someone like... It's just such a... I wouldn't get hung up on it. Because, like, it seems to me, right, aside from, like, what the question is asking, what the voicemail is asking, it seems to me like that's stuck in your head. It's like, oh, wait, they admitted it was a good idea. Why are they... No, that's just, like, throwaway bullshit language, right? Like, don't read too much into that, right? I feel like, Dan, you've probably thought you had good ideas about something.
I mean, if I think it's a good idea, I will always do everything I can to move heaven and earth and to make it happen. I don't think I've ever had something I thought was a good idea and it's like, I'm not going to do that. My mom was that way. My mom like came up with like inventions and stuff when she was a waitress and like didn't just think, oh, that'd be a good idea. She would like see it through to completion and things like that, even if it didn't work out. Most of the time it didn't. But yeah, I think if it's a good idea and you believe in it, fucking throw everything you got at it.
Yeah, I think like I do think that's a thing that happens a lot where people come up with a thing and it's like already something somewhere else, or like someone had that, right? Or it's like an improvement on a pre-existing thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People do that with religion all the time.
Edison.
What's that, Matthew?
It's like, yeah, they've always got this idea that already exists. Yeah, like Edison.
Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah. And then through like some other bullshit, you become the winning standard. Right. Yeah, that's crazy. There's. I'm trying to think of something in my life where like I've seen something like that happen.
The problem is,
like, I was gonna say, I feel like everyone at some point was like, "Yeah, I invented Instagram in 1997."
Sure,
I invented Pokemon Go.
Right, exactly.
I said there's a video from like 2010 where I'm describing exactly the concept of Pokemon Go. Somebody linked it to me. I forgot I said it, but goddamn it, it was like a replay of Fatal Frame for the PS2 video, a Game Informer, and we were talking about pictures and stuff. And I was like, they should do a thing where it's like Pokemon. You go around, you're taking pictures of stuff, and it's like an AR thing or whatever. I fucking invented that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're ahead of the curve.
Thank you.
Proud of you, Dan.
Thank you.
Good job.
You got nerds out the house.
Yeah, yeah. There you go.
For one
Burning
solid
calories.
year.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. We're gonna do one more here. We're gonna let chat choose it. They've already chosen it. We'll say our goodbyes. Yeah, right. We'll say
Oh, God, sorry.
Say hi to the folks. I guess we
hello.
give you that link. Yeah. Here, I'll put it in the Discord chat. Here you go, Mappy. This one will give you the site chat there, and then we also have a Twitch
Oh,
chat.
God,
going.
I'm so sorry.
No, we didn't tell you. Sorry.
No, that's a good. That's for your that's for your health there.
Oh, forget it then.
They're terrible. They're being very, very mean. Yeah. No, they're great. They're great.
And we'll say our goodbyes on the other side of this. Chat chose a super pet.
Hi there, Dump Truck. This is Chuck Towski from Washington, D.C.
Hey.
I was just thinking about cats. I've recently had to introduce one cat to two of my partner's cats. I was thinking about how Jerf hates cats. And I was just wondering if you could, as a group, select traits, behaviors, and create a super pet, maybe taking one characteristic from a cat, from a dog, etc. If you could create a super pet, each of you providing one piece of the pet, that'd be great.
Okay.
And that'd be good
I like
listening.
this.
It's a Frankenstein's monster situation.
Yeah,
like a Frankenweenie.
Will we each get to pick one?
One quality.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how to concisely put this, but like Gizmo, my dog, is just the most trusting, sweet dog. So like when you walk up to him, he does the thing where he immediately rolls on his back and it's like, hey, rub it, like just nice and just friendly. The friendly
Companion.
Yeah.
Like ultimate companion. Okay.
Yeah.
That of a dog. Sure.
Can we only pick one quality of a dog? I have to switch to a different
No,
cat?
I think
one per animal, I think.
Wait, the dogs are done now? What do you mean?
Well, dogs are the perfect pet already, so
Right.
we just be naming dogs. If
We got
to do one from each.
Everyone's aware that it's gonna be mostly a dog, right?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
you
So
know,
that's one from each.
I'm not the
Okay,
biggest
fine.
cat person, but I'll say cats just like grooming themselves and using like a litter box.
Sure.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Which is funny because whenever anyone tries to tell me like their cat's awesome, it's them saying like, no, you don't understand. My cat is just like a dog, and that's why it's awesome. And I'm like, okay, all right. So this is an animal. This is a super pet that cleans up after itself and shits where you want. You don't have to worry about like walking it.
Yeah.
And
With the
it's your best
friendliness of a
friend. And it's your
dog,
best
none of the
friend.
standoffishness of a cat. Yeah.
Okay. Matthew, if you're ready, go for it.
Obviously, I'm with Dan up the dogs.
Yeah.
But if I had to take a trait for another animal to make this, Frankenstein's monster of a dog, I'd say the ability to repeat some expressions like a parrot. Make it easy to communicate with a dog. I wouldn't want a talking dog. That'd be too weird. But like a dog that can go hungry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Need a shit. I'd be, oh, great. Thank you, dog. That makes life easy for me.
Okay.
There's a burglar. Oh, wow. Great. Cheers.
Cool, says everything twice.
Wait, okay, so I'm really trying to picture this fucking freak now.
Yeah, wait, so Backlar, do you want to pick its form? Like what it looks like?
Do we let it fly?
That's up to you, buddy.
Yeah, you're the last one here. Put the last puzzle piece in.
Well, I mean, like, do we negate flying because Matthew said parrots? Like,
no, but
I mean, not every bird's a parrot. You can say a
That's
hawk
true.
or an eagle.
Don't fly like a
Flamingo?
hawk, for God's sake. 747 just taking out flying dogs.
Yeah, we don't want that. Oh my god, and they're clumsy.
And what
as
if we
fuck.
gave
They'd
them
be-
jobs, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, back to the. What about thumbs? What if we gave them thumbs from like monkeys?
Oh, I don't like this anymore.
Does it look like a dog?
I want to give it thumbs because I think I want it to have. No, we don't want it to have the intelligence of a primate because then it's gonna like really get into some shit.
It'll kill us.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what's gonna happen because it does have the companionship part.
No, I saw a documentary. These people tried to raise a chimpanzee as a human and it killed him.
Chimpanzees probably know how to use the potty.
Yeah.
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. But we've given this animal.
No, they're gonna weaponize their shit.
No, wait. This plays. I'm not even paying attention to the rules of the thing here. If we give it opposable thumbs, then it doesn't necessarily have the brain of an ape.
Right, it's a trait. Yeah, you can
Right.
just
It
give
has the
thumbs.
companionship of a dog, the potty trainedness of a cat.
It's too smart now. It's too smart already.
It's going to open doors like velociraptors. It's going to be like, that is scary.
No, why is it?
Hey, what's got two thumbs and just pissed on the carpet? Woof.
No, but presumably it will go in the box, Matthew.
Dog doing the RBD.
Piss,
why is it-
shit,
why is-
and more piss.
Why is it standing on its hind legs? And what is the form factor of this beast?
It's because you gave it
flying,
thumbs.
flying, non-stop pissing and shitting from a height, knowing you can't reach it. Doing this little dog dance.
It's a giraffe, yeah.
What? No. Wait, I think because of what we did in designing this beast, we can say that it has like the shared body parts of all these things too. So like this dog's got feathers, and this dog's got like
no.
So
like a
chimpanzee
snake.
arms and legs, dog head,
cat bladder,
cat bladder,
asshole.
yeah, cat asshole, yeah.
Cat dick and asshole.
Does it have a beak then? Because we're pulling the parrot's ability to speak.
Yeah, it's got
gotta be.
feathers and a beak. Feathers and a beak. Yeah.
Right, easy to picture. Right, total like pug face, but a beak.
Yeah,
For
yeah,
sure,
yeah.
for
Or does it
sure.
just have like
Gilbert Gottfried.
hey, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, if that's not a Photoshop prompt, I don't know what is. That's going to do it for the voicemail dump truck, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't feel good.
I feel terrible, but
Wait,
feel...
chat says, was that the Last Guardian? Was that creature from the Last Guardian?
Trico, yeah, Trico. That's what it is. That's how they came up with that game.
It is
Holy
that.
shit.
And that's the good idea someone thought was stupid.
And that's how long it takes to make a game like that. My God. Matthew, please tell us where we can find the latest Botchamania.
Tomorrow. Oh, whenever this goes live. It is live, Matthew. Is it tomorrow? Yes. Tomorrow on the YouTube, the account Botchamania again. Why did I say Botchamania again? Because copyright doesn't like me. I don't like it. It's absolutely fine. I did to copyright on YouTube what we just did to a dog.
Jesus Christ. That should be a crime where you live. Hey, it was really great having you here, getting to know you a little bit. You're a lot of fun. I hope we see you again very soon.
Likewise, pal. Thank you very much for having me. I'm sorry you didn't like Annette.
It's okay. Can't have everything we want in life, All right. That's going to do it for the show. 707 exit flu. That's our phone number. Leave us a voicemail for next week, and we'll try and get to as many as we can. Thank you, Dan Reichert. Thank you, Jan Ochoa. Of course, thank you, Matthew. Thank you, all the chats, all the callers. Really appreciate you helping out with this fine program we've got here. We'll see you next time. Have a wonderful week. Until then, bye-bye.
Back live now. Okay, cool. Mike's face is hot all over again. Does everyone have time is up?
I do.
Yes. Beautiful. Let's go at 35 and 40. All right, here we go. Beautiful.
We'll send I'll send you the directory you can upload this to, Matthew.
Matthew, there should be a drive link here in this chat as well.
Oh, there you go. That's right.
That you can upload that to whenever you are good, sir.
Drive link. Where?
In this show chat.
Show chat.
Are we off the air?
We are still live.
Okay.
Hello. We love the fans. They're great.
Anyone we can raid real quick?
Who's on?